You're listening to the Get Out and Drive podcast with John, CustomCarNerd Meyer, and Jason, OldeCarrGuy Carr. We'll be bringing you gearheads everything you never wanted to know about cars and why they should be on the road and not in your garage. Are you ready to get out and drive? Get those cars on the road October 2nd, 2022 to celebrate National Get Out and Drive Day. Visit nationalgetoutanddriveday.com for more info.
Jason, you like cruising around the internet, just searching for projects that you don't need. You do that?
I do. It's probably my second job.
It is your second job. I know I get smacked all the time because I've got plenty of projects, and I secretly still look for things other than the things that are in my driveway. What's wrong with us?
I don't know. It's definitely a sickness, but one of my favorite places to visit is racingjunk.com.
I go there a lot. I probably shouldn't, but I go there a lot. It's like a little secret hideout. I get really good deals there. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm saying this on the podcast. I'm going to let out the secret, but I'm getting much better deals there than I am on a lot of other websites.
Yeah, and not only can you buy and get good deals, but you can also sell your own junk and put money right in your pocket.
Yeah, that's right. They don't charge any transaction fees. Just 100% of what I make through my ad, I keep.
Absolutely. So if your wife is at you to clean out your garage for spring, you can post all your junk on racingjunk.com.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna head out to the garage, and I'll probably be back in a little bit. But I'm gonna head out and clean up some stuff. I know I've got a ton of stuff to sell.
Start making money today.
Get out in racingjunk.com. Sell your stuff. Get money. Stick it in your pocket. All right, welcome back to a Detour episode of the Get Out and Drive podcast. I am John, CustomCarNerd Meyer.
And I am Jason, OldeCarrGuy Carr.
And we've got today Roddy Merritt from the Hangar Hangover Show. Thanks for taking a few minutes and telling us about your show. What do you guys do out there?
I kind of always wanted to do a show. I started hosting shows back in 2018, and I wanted to do one at a hangar. And just kind of luck of the draw. A friend of mine met another guy that was part of the local commemorative Air Force here. And they were looking to do some kind of event to kind of help raise money for them. And they were like, hey, we know this guy that's hosting shows now. And I got introduced, had a lunch. It was a pretty cool deal.
So Roddy, tell us a little bit about what the show is about specifically. We've got planes, we've got cars, trucks.
Yeah. It's open to all makes and models. And it's probably currently it's the only kind of automotive and aviation kind of lifestyle type show where the planes fly in, they fly out, they take people for rides, they do tricks in the air. One really cool thing about this area is we have a huge man-made reservoir. And so if you're paying, $150 up to $300 to $500 for an airplane ride, depending on which plane you're in, you get to fly out over this really pretty body of water, and kind of a lot of people that are local can be like, hey, there's my house, kind of sort of thing. But the cool thing about it is it's not just normal airplanes. The commemorative Air Force, they particularly do this whole World War II style airplane. So you have airplanes that are, 50, 60 years old that are restored and flying, just like you have older cars and stuff that are out on the runway. So it's a super great event. We've sold out just about every single year. We've grown the show. It started out, we were able to do about 60 cars, and then we kind of pushed the envelope up to about 80 cars. And then we went all the way out. We're at 100 cars this year. And the airport said that if we have another really good year like we've had in the past, that they would talk to us about how we could expand it even bigger next year. So fingers crossed everything goes good as it should. but it's just a really good community style event where it young, old, doesn't matter. We have lots of stuff for kids. The kids love it. We have kind of a little card that they get when they come in that they get to go do a scavenger hunt. So, they have to go take their picture next to their favorite car, and then they have to get a pilot to sign the back of their card and all this kind of stuff. So it's really, really family oriented. We enjoy it that way. And so it's just a lot of fun. But it's become, kind of a highlight for most everyone that's local. And then we've started having, this year is the first year that we've actually had to have a host hotel because we've got people that are coming in from out of town. And it's been just a one-day event. We just typically kind of have it off in the afternoon into the evening because that makes for really good pictures. But this year we've got several people coming in from out of town and that are staying the weekend. And we just love that. We love that people are excited and coming and hanging out.
Yeah, it sounds like your show is more interactive, more than just the lawn chair nationals, and you sit there behind your car. Right. I like that. That way you get kids involved, family involved, all sorts of things involved. And your show is going to be September 24th, 2022. That's correct? Madison, Mississippi. Bruce Campbell Airfield? That's
correct. Yeah, if you type in the Madison Airport or Bruce Campbell Field, that's where we have it. That's where the hangar for the Commemorative Air Force is. Another great thing about the Commemorative Air Force, they have on site lots and lots of stuff to look at. The inside of their hangar is also kind of like a museum. So they have stuff from World War I, World War II, Vietnam. They have, they'll have tons and tons of memorabilia and stuff on display. And then something that we're doing this year that they do at their open house that I wanted to kind of add to the show is they have a lot of people that you can go up and actually speak to, whether it's women that fly, whether it's, old veterans that have flown, whatever. And then we have two really good speakers this year who are not only veterans and guys that love flying, but they're also kind of historic car guys too. So we're super duper excited about being able to just continuously grow this show and expand it. And like you said, that's kind of one of the things that the whole reason I started doing car shows was I had all my friends and buddies and people that I hung out with said, all car shows are the same. We go, we show up at the park, and then we sit in front of our car. And they all said, it's fine, but we want something different. And so my goal has been to try to do that. And it's a little bit harder in Mississippi to do it. Central Mississippi, particularly, we don't have a beach. We don't have mountains. We don't have, carnival rides or we're not Nashville. We're not Atlanta. So it's, people are starting to learn that there's kind of some cool stuff to do, mostly because the culture is so laid back and it's all about community, and people really, they miss out on that when they're trying to do all the other stuff. And then you really realize that the car scene, the thing you love about it most, or the truck scene, or whatever you want to call it, is really all about family and all about community. So that's one of the things we try to show people, that we do as good, if not better, than a lot of places. So,
and if you're listening to us right now, you already know about National Get Out and Drive Day. Roddy, I want to know kind of what prompted you to want to kind of jump on board with National Get Out and Drive Day and become an ambassador to what it is that we're offering.
Yeah, well, that, kind of what we do is all about this culture and this hobby. Some people call it a sickness, but it's this love of this thing that's got four wheels or two wheels and a motor, and it goes, So the whole concept of I'm a driver. I love driver cars. And typically, the more it looks like it doesn't run and drive, the more kind of excited and drawn to it that I am. But, especially now, we kind of live, and I'm a younger guy, so I'm not a grandpa or anything. So, but I just see so many people that, we want to be stuck at home or we want to be stuck in an office all day or whatever. And we forget there's so much to just getting out and going and doing and seeing. It's funny, you guys, I didn't even think about us doing this podcast today, but I just sent my buddy who's wanting to do a Route 66 tour. I just sent him a bunch of pictures that I was looking at that popped up when I was looking on Facebook earlier today. And I was like, man, it's just something cool about an old school diner or a long back road or just whatever it is. And so to me, that whole concept of getting out and driving, and just for me, it's something that kind of saved my life. I was in a tough place back in 2015, not really knowing what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, and getting into cars kind of helped that a little bit. But the best part about it was I kind of learned a lot about myself and what I enjoy doing. And part of that car hobby and culture is just enjoying that drive, just enjoying a car that drives really good, that rides really good, that you can just jump in and just enjoy it. It doesn't have to be fast, it doesn't even have to be super cool, but if it rides good and it's kind of fun, there's nothing better to me. And so, it just really, really got me excited when you guys talked about it. I've got a buddy of mine that all the time, we're always talking about, his little slang term is get out and drive. So it's just a great term to use when you're a car guy, and especially for somebody that I need to clear my head or whatever, I can go hop in the car and, drive down the road and find a back road and kind of get lost for a little bit. So.
Well, that is great. And thank you very much for wanting to be an ambassador and tell everyone about National Get Out and Drive Day. So we'll make sure that you've got all sorts of promotions, materials, and everything you can distribute September 24th, 2022, Madison, Mississippi, at your show, Hangar Hangover. So very cool. Tag us in pictures and make sure everybody knows that you are an ambassador for the Get Out and Drive Day.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Very
cool.
Hey, Roddy, why don't you tell us where people can find out more information about the Hangar Hangover?
The easiest place to go to is the website. Go to mintyculture.com/minty events, and you'll see the Hangar Hangover, or you can go on Facebook and type in the THE Hangar Hangover, and it should pop right up.
Yep. Appreciate it, Roddy. Thanks for being a part of the show.
Thank you, guys.
Jason, we sure get to talk a lot.
Yes, and some of us more than others.
Who, me?
I'm not pointing any fingers.
Yes, you are. But we want to hear from our listeners. Just go to our website, getoutandrive.com, scroll to the bottom of the page, and click the listener hotline button. We want to hear from you. Cool stories, breakdown stories.
Questions, comments.
Hate mail?
Even hate mail?
Even hate mail. You got a car show in your area? Let us know.
Tell us an interesting story.
Let us know what you like to get out and drive. Jason, I know you're new to the Get Out and Drive podcast. Don't you have something else on YouTube, like every Thursday?
Yeah, we have a podcast style live stream that happens on YouTube called the Car Guy and Six Fan Show. It's myself and Grant Tommy, who goes by Straight Six Fan on YouTube. And we talk a lot about cars, only it's live. If you're not getting enough on the Get Out and Drive podcast, you can head over to the Car Guy and Six Fan Show every Thursday evening at 7 o'clock Central. It's a collaborative effort between myself and Straight Six Fan. So it alternates from my YouTube channel to his every Thursday night.
I've been there. It's cool. That's where all the cool guys hang out.
It sure is, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Are you looking for more action-packed car content? Head over to YouTube for the Car Guy and Six Fan Show on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Find a link in the show notes and let them know you heard about it from the Get Out and Drive podcast. Speed over to our friends at racingjunk.com and sign up for a Pro Club membership. Use the code GETOUT to receive a discount when you sign up for a Pro Club membership. Cruise on over to our website, getoutanddrive.com, for all the info you never wanted to know about our podcast. Hit us up on our listener hotline, be the first to know what's happening, get industry news, and grab your Get Out and Drive merch. Connect with us on social media. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow us on Twitter at Get Out and Drive Pod.
What drives you?